Requirements collection, dealing with how when you're looking for the what. It's the classic problem facing business analysts and other project team members who are collecting project requirements when asked what needs to be done. The response from most stakeholders invariably describe the how. Many requirements collectors overlook the value of this input, as it can be used as a springboard to more complete, valid project requirements. Here is how you can take this how input and extract the most value from it as you create your requirements documentation. Collect and separate rather than reject the input that describes how to accomplish something versus getting details on what needs to be accomplished. Capture the input as valid and characterize it. As you listen to your stakeholder and record their input, use a flip chart with two columns, one marked what, the other marked how. Recording instances where the stakeholder share the how allows you to recognize their input as valid and pursue their requirement further with questions such as, what would you do with this tool if it was available to you today? Through this questioning, you can ascertain the what behind the how. Sometimes the how reflects the essence of the way your stakeholder understands their requirement. Capturing it and asking further details not only validates the stakeholder's need, but it also gives additional understanding as well. Utilising this technique also serves to reframe the thinking of your stakeholders, which can yield additional requirements. As stakeholders see the project team members sorting the requirements into the what and the how, it is likely the stakeholders' thinking will mirror this approach. Lastly, when repeating the what and how separation technique will help instill better habits amongst stakeholders as they see the focus on obtaining and understanding the what, and will display a greater tendency to present requirements with a focus on what they are trying to accomplish. What's good about it? Often stakeholders will share the how by actually asking for a process or tool with which they're familiar. This is human nature at work. Often stakeholders view this as the what when they're actually conveying the how. They do this because they know of no other example or means of conveying their requirements. If a tool is not mentioned by name, ask for specifics so the tool can be investigated. From there, move on to probing questions that the stakeholder liked about the tool or process, what they didn't like, or how they changed it or enhanced the way they completed their work. From this, the requirements gatherer can extract the what that is needed to complete the project documents. Take the deep dive. The process of requirements gathering starts with a collection of organisational needs. Ultimately, however, detailed requirements including functional, process steps, business rules, performance criteria need to be captured and documented. Although many business analysts are not accustomed to flip-flopping between high-level and detailed requirements gathering, this approach can be effective. With stakeholders that have a definitive how in mind, a decision involving detailed requirements is another way of extracting the what. This approach can also develop an understanding of the way in which the stakeholder prefers or needs to work. Check the validity of the tool or process. Many inexperienced business analysts either A, accept the how as the requirement, or B, ignore the information and fail to recognise the value in the how input that they receive. It's important to keep in mind that the mind's eye of the stakeholder, the tool that they are proposing, is their understanding of a requirement. Proper, balanced and open-minded investigation on the part of the analyst is appropriate to understand the stakeholder's requirement. A great deal can be learned from the investigation, including A, verifying if there is a tool or similar process that already is available within the organisation. B, discovering functionality that might be beneficial with other stakeholders or on other projects. C, developing a greater understanding of the processes or the stakeholder is expecting to utilise. And D, finally, if cross-functional relationships between processes or tools exist that might increase the organisational efficiency. Care should be taken when investigating these tools or process, however. Common items that should be noted and probably avoided when moving to the solution stage of the project cycle are 1. Stakeholders' enthusiasm due to familiarity with the tool. Other tools might be good or better and not known to the stakeholder. 2. Influence from marketing. Effective marketing of a product, tool or service can make it appear that there are few or no choices in their marketplace. Careful scrutiny of these stakeholder requests should be applied. 3, holding on to the current state. Many requirements come from an unexpressed desire to minimise change in the stakeholders' approach to work. This is not always prudent. Requirements gathering is a fine art. Successful requirements gathering is best performed by taking full advantage of all the input received from stakeholders. Sorting the how from the what and investigating appropriately is an important means of validating the expressed requirements, yet staying true to business analysis objectives.